Grow Great is a city government leadership podcast with Lisa Norris and me, Randy Cantrell. Each week we share insights, experiences, and wisdom to help you and your leadership grow great. Our website is growgreat.com.
Well, Randy, if you can believe it, it is.
Yeah. It's
Christmas
Santa time.
week.
Yeah,
it's Santa time in Texas.
It's Christmas Eve as you're watching this. No, we're not recording it on Christmas Eve, but it's Christmas Eve as you're watching this. So
I can't believe it. I cannot believe
y'all
a
gonna stay
year
up
has
tonight?
gone by.
Wait for Santa. You and Don, y'all waiting.
You bet I am. You bet I'm going to stay up till midnight and see what Santa.
Have y'all got a fireplace up there in Oklahoma?
Yes, we do, but we didn't plan that well when I built it because every time we do the fire now, it's too high and the smoke comes into the house. It's got some weird design issue, so the smoke alarms go off. And you know how much I love a fire.
So what are you going to do about that?
Well, Don's had to read up on it. And so right now he's got cinder blocks he has to put in there to try to draw the smoke because it's a tall fireplace. And it's got to draw the smoke up better. And then his brother in Illinois had to install a fan inside the brick.
Surely you could get some kind of a ventilator.
Yeah,
or something
so we're researching that. But I love fires, and
So
we had
you're
to
not
keep the
able to
doors
use it
cracked.
right now.
Well, we do use it, and then we keep the doors cracked, which lets the cold in, which defeats the purpose of
I
a
thought
fire.
maybe you just took the batteries out of the smoke detectors, which I
That's
would
what I
not
did tell
advise
Don.
anybody to do.
I told Don, I said, just take the smoke detectors down. He goes, yeah, we're not doing that, Lisa.
Yeah. Well, I guess the reason Santa hasn't visited us is we don't have a fireplace. So
You think that's it? We always told our kids,
I mean, he'd have to break in.
if you don't believe, you don't receive. So to this day, my 32-year-olds are, Mom, we believe. We believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
We believe, Mom.
I'm looking for something that
I'm like, well, Santa only delivers to young children who believe. I had to clarify.
Yeah. Not old people like us. I posted something in one of the Facebook groups. I wouldn't advise anybody to run a Facebook group, but I'm an idiot. I do. And I posted something at our Facebook group about Santa, that it's the stages of a man's life. And of course, now that I want to find it, I can't. So I post this over at a Facebook group that I run. 4 stages of a man's life. You believe in Santa. You don't believe in Santa. You are Santa. You look like Santa.
I love it. That's so true.
Yeah. So unfortunately I'm at that latter stage. I just need to grow all this out.
The
like
best
Santa.
thing, you talk about memories of Christmas. I just love Christmas time of year, but one of my favorite, we just used to have a great time with the kids because our kids were all back to back. They like 2, 3, and 5, right? They were just back to back to back. And so, and we had all the bedrooms were upstairs in our house. And the main living area is downstairs. So if you can imagine 3 little kids who are trying not to go to sleep, and Don and I are about to pass out because it's like, kids, it is 10:20, go to bed. And we'd have to go in the attic and really quietly because we had to, they know to look in closets at this point.
Yeah, well, of course.
They've got to be here somewhere.
They were scouring the whole house, yeah.
So we started getting them in the attic because they didn't really know about an attic. They're too little, right?
Yeah.
And but I remember the one time Don and I I think it was Don's idea, but he got his boots and we'd had a fire. So he put his boots in the ashes and walked them from the fireplace in a big circle around to the tree, like 2 little boots. Then he had cotton that he stuck on the edge of the grate, like Santa's pants had gotten stuck.
Yeah,
and then he did little carrots half eaten for the reindeer and he had bird seed and he put bird seed. Those kids came flying. If you can imagine kids flying down and swinging around the post, they're like, "Oh my God, he was in the house!" They're looking up in the chimney.
Yeah, of course. He sold
it. Was fantastic.
He sold it hard.
And we were exhausted because they didn't go to bed till like 1. So we're like at 2 a.m. putting stuff out going, I swear to God, if they catch us, it's just tell them it's us.
Yeah. Well, that's a hard act to follow. He put the pressure on himself for the following year. So he probably just mailed it in the next year, didn't he?
I don't remember.
He's just like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm not doing any of that after I knocked it out of the park last year.
He was just so great. And then,
awesome.
boy, we just tried to do all kinds of stuff. And then when my dad was little, this will be my last story, but when my dad was little, they lived in Nebraska and it snowed all the time.
Yep.
And he said his dad got in I don't remember if it was a Santa suit or if he just ran, but they said Santa's outside. And his dad was on the opposite side of the house, but had the footprints.
Yeah.
And the two boys were running, and he was just on each corner around them.
The kids.
Yeah, that was just the funniest story. And he's like, "Yeah, we never did catch him." I said, "You didn't? Or you're not fast enough, or not athletic, or what?" And he goes, "I don't know how he did it. I just know it was my dad that was out there."
Yeah. You know, my best memory, and I'll leave it with this, you know, as a little kid in Ada, Oklahoma, and of course, Ada was just this prototypical small Oklahoma town. And of course, Main Street was just fully decked out and decorated. And there was a parade, which was great. But there was a boatload of caroling that went on back in the day. You know, people, groups of kids.
Truly, groups of kids,
groups of kids would go and knock on the door, and you'd answer the door. And, you know, it might be like trick or treat. You had something for them, but they would just break out and they would sing 2 or 3 carols. And it was, that was pretty awesome. I'm glad to be old enough to have experienced that, because I don't know that you experience that anywhere in America these days.
Well, and it's so fascinating with the small town. The small towns do such a fantastic job of their main street, right? And we're a big city now, and we've got big city things, which is fantastic. I know Grand Prairie, we do Prairie Lights. I know, Arlington has a place, and others have these great drive-through things related to Christmas. But man, there's something about the magic of that little small town in Wetumpka when we're up there. I mean, there's Christmas lights on 4 city blocks.
Yeah.
You know, and they're hand putting them up. It's just the coolest thing, I think, to truly bring the spirit of the holidays to, where you're just like, oh, that's just nice. Yeah. It's just nice, right?
I was glad I got to experience it. So it was good. But Merry Christmas and Happy New Year and everything else to everybody this year. So
Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening to us and being part of our community. We enjoy doing this for you and hope you gain something from it as well.
Thanks for watching and listening to Grow Great, the City Government Leadership Podcast. Our website is growgreat.com. For Lisa Norris, I'm Randy Cantrell. We hope you'll subscribe to the show, and we hope you'll tell a friend.